When finding the percent, we know that percent always represents out of 100. So here, 80%, we're going to start off by saying that is 80 out of 100. Then we can use this formula here, this format for our equation every time, because if 80% of the students have brown hair, then we know that 80% is equal to the number of students, the amount of students that have brown hair out of the total number of students in the class. They give us the number of students that have brown hair. So here they give us 20 students in the class have brown hair, and they want to know what is the total number of students in the class. So we know that 80%, 80 out of 100, is the fraction that represents 80%. So put my percent over 100, has to be equal to 20 out of some number, some total amount. So to get 80 out of 100 equal to 20 out of something, we would do what to 80 to get to 20? What operation can we do to 80 to get to 20? 80 divided by 4 equals 20. Whatever we're doing to the numerator, we have to do the same thing to the denominator. 100 divided by 4 would be equal to 25. So the answer to the question would be 25. The equation that we're using is 80 divided by 4 over 100 divided by 4, because again, that represents my percent. 80% is 80 out of 100, has to equal to 20 out of 25. We can use that same formula every time. At McCord Middle School, 200 students rode their bike or walked to school. This is 40% of the total student body. So 40 out of 100 has to equal how many students attend the school. So that represents the total number of students in the school, whereas 200 is what we found that many ride their bike or walk. So 200 out of what is equal to 40 out of 100. So we're looking at this and we have to see, what am I doing to 40 to get to 200? Well, 40 doesn't divide evenly into 200. When you divide 200 by 40, 40 times 5 is 200. So 40 does divide evenly into 200, because 40 times 5 is 200. So we did some division over here to see how many times 40 divides into 200, which means 40 times 5 is equal to 200. So we're multiplying the top by 5, so that means that's what we would multiply the bottom by to get our answer. So 100 times 5 is 500. So that tells me that there are 500 total students. 200 out of 500 ride their bike or walk to school, and 200 out of 500 is equal to 40 out of 100, or 40%. So again, this is the rule that you will use every time when you're trying to figure out that total amount.